Join me on this journey as we delve into a fascinating part of the Bible where the angel Gabriel interprets a vision in the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verses 15, verse 27. Let's break it down in simple terms so we can all understand what's going on. All right, so here's the scene. Daniel has just had a vision that's pretty intense and confusing. He sees a ram with two horns and a goat with a prominent horn between its eyes. The goat attacks the ram and wins. Then the goat's horn breaks off and four new horns grow in its place. Finally, a little horn grows out of one of these four and becomes very powerful. It even reaches up to the heavens and throws some of the stars down to the earth. Daniel's puzzled and disturbed by what he's seen. He's trying to make sense of it all when suddenly he hears a voice calling out, "Gabriel, tell this man the meaning of the vision." Enter Gabriel, one of God's chief messengers. Gabriel approaches Daniel, who is already feeling pretty overwhelmed. Daniel's so scared, he falls face down to the ground. Gabriel tells him to stand up and listen because he's about to explain what's going to happen in the future. Gabriel starts by saying that the vision is about the time of the end. He breaks down the symbols for Daniel. The ram with two horns represents the kings of Media and Persia. The goat is the king of Greece, and the large horn between its eyes is the first king. This first king's horn breaking off represents his empire being divided into four parts, which happens after Alexander the Great's death. The four new horns are four kingdoms that will arise from this empire, but they won't be as strong as the original. Now Gabriel moves on to the little horn. This part is crucial. The little horn represents a king who will arise from one of these four kingdoms. This king will be fierce and powerful, but not by his own strength. Gabriel explains that this king will cause a lot of destruction, especially against the holy people. He'll be cunning and deceitful, succeeding in his plans through trickery. He'll think he's invincible and even challenge the Prince of Princes. But ultimately, he'll be destroyed by divine intervention. While Gabriel is explaining all this, Daniel is still pretty shaken up. This vision is not just about political events, it's about spiritual warfare and intense struggles. It's a heavy load for Daniel to bear. By the end of the explanation, Daniel is exhausted and sick for several days. He's so affected by what he's seen and heard that he has trouble going about his normal duties. But here's what's important for us to take away. First, Gabriel's interpretation shows us that God is in control of history. The rise and fall of empires, the actions of kings, and the events of the world are all within God's knowledge and plan. This vision reassures us that even when things seem chaotic and frightening, God has a bigger picture in mind. Second, the vision and its interpretation highlight the reality of spiritual conflict. The power behind the little horn is not just political, it's deeply spiritual. This reminds us that our struggles in life are often not just about what we see on the surface. There are spiritual forces at work, and we need to stay spiritually alert and connected to God. Third, Gabriel's message to Daniel underscores the importance of faithfulness and perseverance. Daniel is deeply affected by the vision, but he continues to do his job and serve God. This teaches us that even when we're overwhelmed by what we see in the world, we need to remain steadfast in our faith and duties. Finally, the prophecy about the little horn reminds us of the ultimate victory of God. No matter how powerful and destructive evil seems, it will be defeated. The king represented by the little horn will meet his end, not by human hands, but by God's intervention. This gives us hope and assurance that God will triumph over all evil. So as we reflect on Daniel 8, verse 15 to 27, let's remember that God is sovereign, spiritual battles are real, and our faith and perseverance are crucial. Stay strong, stay faithful, and keep your eyes on God's ultimate victory. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope this breakdown helps you understand Gabriel's interpretation of the vision a little better. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to share them. Keep the faith and see you next time.